That's fine. I don't think God just created the first day, the second day, third day, or 7 days. Actually, 6 days and 7th day is He's resting. But that doesn't mean about the He created first day, this one, that one. Second day, that one, this one. Nonsense. As you read carefully, there's nonsense kind of stuff coming up. Because even God didn't create the sun, right? There was a grass. How could He explain about it? Without sun, the sun's ray, would that be possible to have? Or the grass growing from the ground? No, impossible, right? But that happened. So that's nonsense to explain the cosmological or scientific way to describe the creation of God. This is not about scientific creation of God. God even, we definitely know God created. But why God created the world, the universe and the earth? In order to explain Him. Because we do not know who He is. Until He reveals Himself, we should not know of Him. So God, that's why God created something. In that something, which is a creation, trees and waters and birds and everything. In those creation, God hides something. I'm like a flying angel. He's hiding something. That's His message. That's about Him. He's trying to reveal Himself because He is a spirit. He's not a physical human being or anything like that. So He couldn't show up. He cannot show as a physical entity to us. That's why He created. And He spread out all the creations on earth, in the universe, and let all the people see and know that, hey, you may be able to understand who created this whole thing, who is the master of the whole thing. That's me. As I read my words carefully, study my words the way that I talk. Not the way the people try to explain, but the way the Bible says. You know what I'm saying? Not the pastors try to explain, but the way the Bible teaches us, but the way that Jesus tries to teach us. So we need to recap, retry to shape again our all thoughts and understandings and learnings of the Bible, of God, of Jesus, should be changed or replaced by the teachings of the Holy Spirit. You agree with me? The 7 words is about the 7 days per se. But it's not about days. Every single day God says something, right? Let there be light, and the light comes. Those are all the commandments, all the things of God in every single day of the creation. Is about not simply sayings and words, but it's about promise. That's a promise. When God created the first day, the light, the second day, the seed, the second day, the water, the third day, the seed, those are all the promises for us. Hey, I'm going to be making and creating you to be the light, which is me. I'm going to let you be water, which is me. I'm going to let you be made to be a seed. That's me. The light, the water, and the seed, those are all describe God Himself. So when you read my words again carefully, you will become my light, my seed, my water. So Jesus said, I am the living water. Right? He said, I am the light of the world. And you should be the light of the world also. That's what Jesus said about all. That's a 7. But 5 and 7 all talking about Jesus himself, which is one single person, the Son of God. The 7 means 1, 5 means also 1, signifies who Jesus is all about. So that he said, I do not come to destroy or demolish the law and the prophet. That's Matthew 5, 17 and 19, and I think there. But I came here to fulfill the law, fulfill the prophet. Which means I am the master of the 7 words. I am the master of the 10 commandments. I am the master of the 5 words. That's why I try to feed you. How many words? 5 loaves and 5 words. Into becoming what? Just one bread. Who is one bread? That's Jesus. That's why the one of the disciples who just got having difficult time in being tossed by the waves in the stormy sea of Galilee. They try to find the what? Bread. We don't have enough bread. And Jesus said, "Hey guys, you have the bread also already, just one single bread. That's what you guys need to have. Not many breads, not many words, but only 5 words, only one single word. That's Jesus. So with me as a bread, to becoming the real life into you, and you'll be fine. Those are all the stormy waves and sea gonna be calm now. And there is no more stumbling blocks before you to destroy you. Those all be gone. This is what Jesus said. That's why take a look at chapter 25 of Matthew. Chapter 25 of Matthew. There's a parable which is talents. The story of talent, the parable of talent. Matthew 25:14. Is that 14 maybe? 25:14 I think. Yeah, there we go. There are 3 servants and 1 master. All right? I think you may know this one, right? Story, the parable. He has the master there. The master gave each of his servants 5 talents and 2 talents. The 1 talent is the last one. And he, let's say, commanded or he asked them to, hey, use this money to make some profit. So they tried to do the first 2 guys who received 5 talents and 2 talents. They tried to do that. They successfully. How many left did they have at the end of their business? Another 5 talents and 2 talents. Those guys, the 2 talents, who got the 2 talents from Jesus, from the master, he also profit 2 exactly talents. How about the third guy? He got a 1 talent, but
he just kept it to all himself.
Okay, he dig it out, and then what? He hid it. And at the end of the day that the master came back again, he didn't make another 1 talent at all. Right? So everybody, number 1 guy, 5 to 5. Oh, this is not 5. Okay. It doesn't look 5. 5 to 5, right? 2 to 2. Those are all the pairs. 5, 5, and 2, 2. But last guy, 1 and nothing. He doesn't have any pair as a prophet. What I'm saying is, we are all should be a brother of Jesus, should become a pair of Jesus. We should be a twin of Jesus. Just like Thomas, one of the disciples, he was twin. Just like that, we should be another one. Just like the 1 talent that the master gave to him. And we also try to make ourselves, hey, we are the same guy, just 1. We are the same guy, you. Just like the 2 talents you gave us, the 5 talents you gave us, we are still the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And then we are all become one, being united together. We are not separated. We are in you. You are in us. That's what this parable of talents trying to teach us. And there are 5, right? The 5 words. How about 2? The 5 words, when you guys try to shrink down the 5 words into 2, love your God and plus your neighbors. How about number 1? Those are all love. So 5, 2, 1 is not coincidence. These 3 words are all meaningful words that Jesus tries to teach us about God and Himself and us. Us as to be His another pair. Alright? Just like your gloves or socks or pants. Just like that. Just pair. So Jesus wants to be your friend and brothers and sisters as a pair to come. This is a talents parable. So as you know, what time is it? We have to end there. 1:34, 5 more minutes. So as you know, when Jesus used the 5 loaves and 2 fish, how many people He just fed? 5,000. Why 5,000? Yeah, 5 plus 5 multiplied by 10,000. 1,000. That's 5,000, right? Number 5. When they got the 5 words, and they became what? 5,000 people. But Jesus asked His disciples, hey, bring all the leftovers. And they try to regather those leftovers. How many baskets they have? 12 baskets. How many disciples they have? 12. 12 disciples try to find out another 12. Just leftovers. Leftovers of what? Breads and loaves. So those people who ate the 5 loaves, it became 12 baskets, 12 loaves, 12 words of God. You know what I'm saying? Kind of confused? To Jesus, the words and the bread are the same, all right? So they left over 12 baskets. In the 12 baskets, there are what? Breads, loaves. So the loaves in 12 baskets are also the people who what? Ate the 5 words, 5 loaves, and 5 teachings of Jesus. And they all became what? 12. Just like the 12 disciples who followed Him as the Christ. Once you eat me as the true bread from God, manna, all right, in the wilderness. And then you will become what? 12. Just like Jacob had 12 sons, all right? You will become the sons of God. This is what the Bible says. Exactly. We'll continue to do that. Maybe next time we're going to talk a little bit more about the 7 breads, 7 loaves, or 7 words. And
I have a question.
yes.
So in Genesis chapter 1, verse 3, there's a light mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And on the verse 14, there's a light mentioned.
Yeah, light mentioned, okay. Yeah, that's kind of, I would say, a pair thing. As you see the first chapter of the Genesis, you can see a structure. The structure that the Genesis 1 is written for. First day, second day, third day, right? The light. The second day, maybe water. The third day, sea. That's what God created. But there's another fourth day, fifth day, a sixth day, and the 7th day, which is a resting day. This is the structure. 1, 2, 3. Another 1, 2, 3. But we say 4, 5, 6. Okay? But the 4, 5, 6 is about the 1, 2, and 3. Because it goes together. The first day goes with the 4th day together. Because there's another light. But this light is or. In Hebrew, that's a Hebrew word. But there is a lighting, like a sun and moon and stars, right? Those things have light too. But the Hebrew says, or. This is Korean. Maybe or, all right? But there's another kind of Hebrew letter before this aleph. Mem. Maor. Maor. This is the big maor, the small maor. To us, maybe sun or the moon. But it's not about the sun or moon, okay? Don't try to think about or understand those kind of languages with the scientific or cosmological kind of things in heaven or sky. So, or and maor, the mem means a vessel or place, a vessel to have something in. So, maor is the person or people who have the or, the light. You got it, what I'm saying? So once you become the maor, all right? Listen carefully. Once you become the maor, all right? Once you become the vessel that hold on this order, which is a light of the world, to Jesus or God, and you are become the light of the world, maor. You know what I'm saying? This is why Jesus in the Matthew's Gospel, chapter 5:17, you should be the light of the world and the salt as well. This is about it. These are the second day thing. The third day as a pair together. So 3 and 3, so 6. And plus 1 is going to be 7. So take a look at Corinthians, 1 Corinthians. Okay, 2 Corinthians or 1st? Okay, 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Mr. Chen had a good question. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 6 and 7. Take a look at it, verse 6 and 7. 4, 6, and 7. For God who said, let light shine out of darkness, made this light shine in our hearts to give us the light of the knowledge of God's glory displayed in the face of Christ. But you have this treasures Jesus, in jars of clay. You are the jars. The God is the potter. You know that one, right? So we are the pottery. We are the clay. We are the jars. In the jars of clay, to show that this all-surpassing power is from God and not from us. Did you understand? Okay. So once we have the light, which is Jesus, and we become maor, like the sun, like a moon, to shine forth again to those who are in darkness. So once we are in darkness, and Jesus as the light of the world came to us and shine us, and we see and recognize that Him as the sun and the light of the world. This is about it. So we're going to talk about Genesis 1 later on, not now, all right? Because we're going to build up as some sort of muscles first. Fundamental, basic kind of body muscle, and then we're going to deeply try to study the verse by verse, the words by words. But I'm going to just give you the whole picture of the Bible, which is what the really Bible says about. All right? Why Jesus came to this world. Who is Jesus? Why He shows us as the light of the world. Why He just wants us to be the maor, which is the light bearer. All right? Light bearer. We'll continue to do that. Any questions? No, thank you very much.
Very well.
Oh.